Hello guys, welcome to my channel. My name is George and I have my guest here. I will let him introduce himself and then we will go ahead.
Yeah, so I'm Mark Anthony, and I'm an economics enthusiast and also a political enthusiast and CEO of United Kenya Company Limited. Yes,
So our topic today will be about inflation in Kenya.
yes.
And to our first question, what do you think, what is your take on the rate of inflation in Kenya?
So what I think is that inflation in Kenya is gone so high, and in the past few years, I can say in a period of 3 to 6 years, there was a time when oil was just 320 shillings, but today it's almost 620, 700, almost 800. So you're wondering if this is the price of oil in 3 years, what's going to happen to us in the next two? Maybe oil will be at 1500, and that's 3 liters. Three? No, 2 liters. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. So what do you think would have led to the increase in the
Yes.
cost of living?
Personally, I think whatever led to the cost of living, the increase of the cost of living is firstly the coronavirus pandemic. Because when the pandemic came, raw materials to make oil were not available, and also the world was closed. So when the world is closed, you want to be able to import these raw materials from other countries. Another major reason that would have led to the increase in the cost of living, which is reason is this Russia Ukraine war, because when oil increases, every commodity increases, and Russia is a major oil exporter to the world. And when you block a commodity exporter or any goods seller, always the person with the rest of the goods, and which is now little, there will be limited supply. When there is limited supply, means you will hike your prices. Means everything in the world will be hiked because fuel increases, everything increases. Yes.
Okay, so we have different social classes in
Yes,
Kenya.
yes.
Now, who do you think has been impacted the most
Most.
by this increase?
Personally, I believe, in life you always have the low income people, middle class, upper middle class. Kenya mostly we have until the upper middle class. The rich are so few, maybe 41 or something, the billionaires. So I believe the people are most affected are the middle class and the lower middle class and the low income people. Because when these things happen like inflation and everything, the middle class people are salaried people. Their salaries are not increasing because of this inflation and everything happening in the world. So it means their purchasing power will increase and they won't have the money to do it. And the most affected people now are the low income, because imagine they didn't have when it was good. And when it's bad, see, they're going to worse situation. They could provide a meal a day. Today, maybe only breakfast. Yeah.
Now, so neighboring countries
Yes.
like Tanzania and Uganda
Yes.
depend on Kenya
Yes.
on imports because of the Mombasa port.
Yes.
Now, do you think the economies will be affected by Kenya?
With the inflation.
Yeah.
Personally, I believe that it will affect them so much. The inflation in Kenya is caused by a lot of things. There is politics also.
Yeah.
Because every time there's politics in East Africa, in Kenya, to be precise, most people call Kenya East Africa.
Yeah.
That's how it's known outside there. So when there's politics in Kenya, things always are hiked. Because when there's politics, there's uncertainty. And uncertainty brings inflation. So remember, there's inflation from Russia. Again, there's inflation from COVID that it has left us. We're still suffering from COVID effects, post-COVID. These countries are going to feel it because we're going to tax them like hell. And it's going to happen, something that is already happening. And I think Uganda, Tanzania, and Rwanda have to brace themselves for some expensive products, even Congo.
Yeah. Okay. Now, is there anybody that Kenyans can blame? Can we blame the government? Can we
Yes.
blame Russia
Yes.
or Ukraine?
For the inflation.
Yeah,
We have no one to blame but ourselves. Because there are countries in the world who are also going through the same thing. But look, these countries have reserves. When they don't have enough money, they have reserves, they'll be cautioning their population. It's said that if today Kenya would have worked harder or even listened to people like Tom Mboya who existed, we didn't follow their things, the things that they wrote. Countries like Singapore followed this stuff. So what do you think? Kenya is to be blamed, or is it another country to be blamed? It's Kenya, because if today we were at the level of Singapore, Kenya could have been cautioned.
So, Mark,
Yes.
what ideas could you give the government
Yeah.
to try and stabilize the economy?
Personally, I think the government should first caution its economy, caution its people. You see, by giving them a little bit of cash, a little bit, like there was a time when COVID came, people were being sent for money and pesos. The very, very poor people in Kibra and such stuff, yeah, but it did help because Kenya people are suffering. You can't say you're sending to somebody in Kibra. Yeah, there's somebody who seems he has it all, but we are still suffering. He or she has it all, but we are still suffering with it. So I think cautioning should come also on the economy. VAT should be decreased. Yes, it happened, but not effectively.
Yeah.
It was stopped. We have things that have so increased. Avocado, seriously, this is a basic commodity. These are things that should go back to 5 shillings. They are now 35. I'm wondering. Kwani the nutrients zilikuja na nini? You know, that's something we should think of. So I think the government should do that. The government should also reduce corruption, because when they reduce on corruption, we'll have more money to cushion our economy. And lastly, I believe that the government should be more accountable with what they do, because sometimes they also say they're cautioning, but the money is getting into tumbo za watu.
Yeah.
Yes.
So, guys, that was Mark Anthony. Thank you so much for watching our video. Thank you.